Hello, baseball fans. The divisional series is over and it's on to the championship series. For the American League, it will be Detroit against Boston. The National League, it will be the Dodgers against the Cardinals. And in the divisional series, unfortunately, the Rays were down by Boston 3-1, and Detroit rallied against Oakland, winning the last 3 games. Well, actually, no, I believe winning the last 2 games. And defeating Oakland 3-2. Atlanta unfortunately got the beat by the Dodgers 3-1, and the Cardinals outlasted the comeback kids, the Pirates, 3-2. So interesting series. Both championship series are very interesting. And the Dodgers and the Cardinals kick off tonight. I believe Greinke goes against Kelly, so that should be an interesting pitching matchup. We might not see much scoring. I know you sell Puig and Adrian Gonzalez. We'll see if Kelly can limit those two especially. And for the Cardinals, I mean, they've really been struggling with the bats. I mean, Pittsburgh really gave them a run. But, I mean, really, the Dodgers have a really tough pitching lineup, so it may be a little tougher trying to get to the World Series for the second time in 3 years. So and on to the American League. Boston cracked the bats in the first 2 games against the Rays, but then the next 2 games they really stalled. The first game they scored 12 runs. The second, I believe, was 7, and then the third was 4, and then the final game was 3. So, and Detroit, they've seemed they were a little bit with the bats too, and we'll see what they can do defensive-wise. I know Verlander and Scherzer, they are very great pitchers, and we'll see what they can do against the tough Boston lineup, who seem to have that ugly beard thing going. But if it works, it works. I guess it's superstition. I know the Bruins were doing the same thing when they won the Stanley Cup against the Lightning. So we'll see. I know Boston is in the ALCS for the first time since 2008. Ironically, they beat the Rays. They lost to the Rays in the ALCS. But Detroit's going to go against that powerful lineup. They got Big Papi, they got Dusty Pedroia, Middlebrooks, Saltalamacchia, and all in all, it's just big. Daniel Nava. It's just scary, and then especially when you got Shane Victorino stealing bases. He's a quick man. He's quick. And on the Tigers side, really, you got Prince Fielder and Miguel Cabrera, but I believe the Tigers are more for their pitching instead of their hitting. And Boston's got pitching and hitting, and they got Dempster, Clay Buchholz, and they got Lester and Lackey. So we'll see how long these series take. I mean, it shouldn't be as long. I mean, I believe Boston and Detroit could at least go 5 games, depending on how they do offensively. I mean, really, honestly, what wins game for baseball is cracking the bats. Unless the pitcher's pitching really well, then that will win the game. So we actually need both. Pitcher needs to pitch well, and their offense needs to crack the bats. And for the Cardinals and Dodgers, I think the Dodgers might take that one, maybe 4 games. And for I think Boston should take that one, take the Tiger series, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on how everything goes. I know I just said it might not be too long, but hey, it all depends on how the game goes. You can't really determine it until the game is actually starting. So anyway, that is all for now, and there's not much to talk about. There's only 4 teams left, and we'll see how it plays out. And then after the championship series, I will see everyone after for a recap and then a preview of the World Series.